What's going on, people? Welcome to Live Palace News. I'm going to be joined by Lou here in about a few minutes' time. He's running a bit late. I thought I'll start off early. As you can see from the title, we've got another update on Esse with Bournemouth being potentially interested in the player. However, how true this is, we're going to uncover the sources and the rumours around it. The latest update on Trevor Chalobah, another potential club interested in Edouard, and more. Plus, we'll be talking about Oliver Glasner's press conference. He mentioned a few players, positive update on França, talks about Walton and more. Make sure to get involved throughout the show. Leave down your thoughts in the comment section down below and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Let's see if we can hit over 200 likes. Hopefully all having a great evening. The games are starting, especially the Prem games after the FA Cup weekend. My eyes are on West Ham, Fulham. But before we do get started, the reason why I wanted to start a bit early is that there is a special announcement. There isn't a long time till this event. However, I will be at This Is London live event over in central London. As you can see, the entry is £10. There will be special guests. I'll be alongside Dan Potts from the 12 Man podcast, as well as Lee Judges, Dan Lawless, a West Ham fan. You got Deji Spurs. You got Don CFC plus. More guests as well. So it's going to be a normal show, only for £10 as well. We're going to be talking about all the latest with all the London clubs. There should be good banter. You can also get drinks and food for £10 as well. So if you're not doing anything on Friday, 24th of January, it will be good to see as much of you there. The link is in the description down below as well. So if you do want to, you can scan the QR code right there on the screen. If not, you can also click on the link on the description down below. But yeah, I'm going to try to push this through as much as possible. It's going to be exciting. It's in 10 days' time, so hopefully see as much of you there as possible. Now that that's out of the way, I think Lou is ready as well. Actually, he's not ready because I can't see his screen, but he will be ready in about a few minutes' time. How are we all doing? How are we all doing, people? I thought Esse was all done. We're going to be talking about it as well. Do I get complimentary lamajun if I come? I don't think they'll be serving lamajun over there, but that is what is meant by the London live event. Also, the link to the event is also pinned on top of the comment section as well, so you can click on that and join as well. Lou, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Sorry, I was just sorting stuff out, man.
You look tired, man.
Yeah, man.
What other duties getting to you?
Yeah, man. But we're here.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's you survive. You wake up early. You motivate me for the gym. You always turn up here, so it's fine. I thought, you know what? Let me start a bit late than usual. And also, yeah, there was a special announcement. There's going to be a live show with a few other YouTubers on the 24th of January. So yeah, that should be exciting. But how are you feeling towards Palace right now?
I'm glad there's a game coming up, so we haven't got to talk about the same stuff over and over again.
You're going, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm one of the idiots going up to Leicester tomorrow.
It's not fully sold out, though. It's not fully sold out.
Yeah, there's just about 1,000 tickets.
What's going on, do you reckon? Just quickly, before we get into the news, what's going on with that? Do you reckon it's just like the Christmas period? It was just finished. Midweek game, tight on money.
Cost of living, midweek game. Lack of signings. It's on TV.
Oh yeah, it's on TV as well. Yeah,
I think there's only one train back to London. So yeah, man. But
well,
some of us hardcore fans.
The rest of us are plastic. I mean, I would be there as well, but I'm not gonna be there. I would have been there, however, I got work. And also I'll be hosting the live match reaction as well. So yeah, unfortunately I won't be there. But hopefully you have safe travels and we can pick up the 3 points. Of course, if you haven't already seen, Sir Patrick and Lou, they done the match preview yesterday. So after this, make sure to go check that out as well, people. Now let's get started with the news. And some interesting news going on today. I gave a bit of a spoiler alert at the start of the show, but it seems like it's a bit all over the place. Let's start off with Romain Esse, who's been linked and has been very advanced. In fact, he hasn't been included in the squad. Wasn't included in the squad yesterday against Dagenham and Redbridge in the FA Cup tie, which Millwall beat them 3-0. And their manager once again confirmed he kept him out because the deal was very close to Crystal Palace. However, reports have come out this afternoon suggesting that Bournemouth are ready to rival Crystal Palace for the signing of Esse, the Cherries are planning to submit a bid for the 19-year-old this week. And that is according to Pete O'Rourke. I'll be honest. The reason why I mentioned it is because this is a signing that, it should be on the verge. And there's talks about this. So the worst case scenario, we've spoke about it here, if it does come true. But I'll be honest, I'm not really worried about it. I feel like it's maybe agents trying to get a bit more money, maybe release clause and this and that. Look, I think he's joining Palace. I think it should be done deal. I don't know where this has come from. Well, I do know where it's come from. But yeah, I'm not concerned. Are you?
No, he's a terrible source as well. He got everything wrong with Gahey. He never gets anything right. Probably just throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it sticks. Like you said, agent stuff. They're probably trying to iron out all the last personal details. It's just a bit boring now, man. Just sign the thing. Like if there's a release clause, there's a release clause. Like we spoke about it. You can buy these players cheap, but obviously everyone wants a release clause now. But he's got to perform for someone to pay his release clause. So it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, release clause nowadays, especially after what happened with Elise, I think it will be included. And that's just the unfortunate side of the game. Before, without a release clause, I mean, Elise wouldn't have left for £45 million. Let's just say that. Elise is worth much more than that. So with Esse in particular, I don't know how much that release clause would be. Hopefully there isn't anything included, but I think this is more about agents. And look, it seems like he is on the verge of being complete. However, I don't know why Bournemouth's name is being mentioned right now, because the deal seems very advanced for, and also he doesn't have to change any locations, or he can stay in London, stay at the same place. All you have to do is travel to Beckenham rather than Bromley.
Yeah, so Bournemouth have got loads of wingers anyway. Like they need a striker. Evan Nilsson's out for like 3 months. Now's out for like 9 months. Their only fit striker is Jebison. And they've got Semenyo, Otara, Clivert, Tavernier, Brooks. They don't need a winger. It's nonsense.
Yeah. There's someone who clearly pushed the story out. I don't think the journals just made up the story. I think someone clearly has said something, but I doubt it's Bournemouth. I really do. Why would Bournemouth just come out publicly and say something? In this scenario, who does it benefit the most? I think Millwall, in terms of, let's ask a bit more money for him if it did go down that route, or the agent in terms of negotiating the deal for his wages and other clauses, etc. So I think it's one of those two who have leaked the story, but I don't think there's anything really behind it. I do think he'll end up joining Palace. So yeah, hopefully it's complete this week. He won't be available for Leicester, even if it's complete tomorrow. But West Ham, are you looking at that fixture for him to be included in the squad, or do you reckon that might be a bit too early as well? Surely it should be West Ham, right? That should be the target at this point.
I don't know.
It's just, it should be. It should be, because we're delaying it. Well, if he goes past West Ham, then I think it's just dragging on and on at that point. Because West Ham is
he might sign before West Ham, but probably he might not be in the squad for West Ham.
Yeah, well, what I mean is at least sign for before West Ham. That should be the goal. That should be the goal, because Leicester's going to come too soon anyway.
Well, if we lose against Leicester, no, I bet you he signs the next day.
Yeah, if we lose against Leicester, all of those,
there'll be an announcement video the next morning.
Yeah, exactly. Just best believe that will happen. But let's just say this: I don't want to lose against Leicester. I want us to beat Leicester, and I want us to also sign him the next morning. I mean, we're mid-Jan now, so no real excuses. We should get it done. Some people are upset, naturally so, because of course we wanted early signings, but Twist is saying 2 weeks in already, nothing done. Embarrassing. And I guess
embarrassing for who?
I guess he's talking about the football club, but then some people like yourself are fine with it in terms of the timings of the signings, or would you rather somebody got completed earlier?
8-figure deals, big contracts. You think this, just because someone said the manager said he wants the signings done earlier in the transfer window, that doesn't mean day one. It just means he doesn't want them at the end. Mid-January, 17th, 18th, that's early in the transfer window. especially for January. Most of the stuff gets done in the last few days. So when he says early, he means the first few weeks. I don't think in any other walk of life, an 8-figure deal would not be done in a couple of weeks. So just maybe find a different hobby and take your mind off of it.
Well, there's been signings though. There are signings that's happened this
How
window.
many?
Huh?
Not many.
Yeah, not many, but
Soler to
signings
Bournemouth.
to show.
Remember Philogene? Philogene news broke earlier than their Esse one. That still hasn't been completed. They said that was done and dusted.
Yeah.
There's loads of transfers.
I guess
Arsenal can't find no one. City had 3 transfers that they're meant to be completing. They're not done. Villa just got Marlon today. Listen, you just got to wait. You got to be patient.
Yeah. Well, look, as long as it's done, hopefully before the West Ham game, that would be a massive plus for us going forward. But another big player and a lot of rumours around him is Trevor Chalobah, which, according to Glasner actually spoke about today in his pre-match press conference. We'll also get into the injury details as well later on down the show. Let's get through the transfer news first, and then we'll get into the other bits and bobs that he mentioned. On Trevor Chalobah, he said the following, that I want to be honest, Chelsea has the possibility to call him back from the loan. There's uncertainty. Will they do it? When they will do it? We need clarity. He wants to stay, but we are not the pilots flying the plane. It's not convincing, is it? It seems like the ball is in Chelsea's court, and we just don't know if they will call him back, when they will call him back. It's a bit confusing. How much of an impact do you reckon this has on in terms of the planning for the Leicester game tomorrow?
Listen, Glasner's a top manager. He'll talk to the player. The squad will be switched on. If he's ready to play, then he'll play him. If he's not, we've got players that can fill in. We got enough to beat Leicester. We don't need Chalobah. So I think it's just, professional performance. Forget about the noise. We can prove that we don't need Chalobah that much by just not playing him. So it doesn't really bother me that much. Chelsea are in the driving seat. You can't. Whatever we can't control, we can't worry about it too much.
Well, so what do we do then?
Play Richards.
It doesn't help us. Like, if they do want to recall him, then I'll just rather they do it now.
But that's what you rather. But it's Chelsea. It's hedge fund FC. They got the power.
Just get burnt after this, with Chelsea if they do recall him, because it's unprofessional from them. Like they're not putting us in a good position right now. Like it's just like we don't have clarity over the whole situation. We're just waiting, and Glasner said it as well. It's like it's a case of waiting. Like we don't have any control over the situation. And it seems like they haven't really made up their mind. Maybe they might call him back. Maybe they won't. I think they suggested to Palace, we're thinking about it. And Palace are basically like, all right, you're thinking about it. But are you going to do it or are you not?
Carl from the guy who knows most of the stuff about Palace just posted 2 thoughts on Palace based on hundreds and hundreds of messages today. Palace want to buy Millwall, want to buy Esse. Millwall want to sell. Esse really wants to join. I wouldn't really worry about any other clubs coming in. Second, Chalobah, my money is he stays on with us, but this Chelsea doesn't always act like others. Ultimately, Trevor Chalobah wants to stay. He's not getting to that Chelsea team, and his wages won't help their PSR. No other club has given the Chelsea the fee that they want.
Yeah.
That's from Carl. And Carl's the one that's been most reliable of all transfers.
Yeah. Look, he wants to stay. Glasner said that as well, and I believe that because of how dirty Chelsea done him. However, is he gonna I don't know if the ball was in his court. That's the problem. Hopefully, he causes a fuss and he says, "Look, I don't want to come back after you've done me dirty," and maybe that stops them from recalling him. Maybe Chalobah just has to put on a bit more of a stamp. But yeah, hopefully, he does end up staying with us. So let's see what happens with that. But Glasner did basically say that it's not really in our court. So I guess only time will tell. Yeah. Time will tell.
Everyone, we got a massive game tomorrow. Let's get behind the team.
Yeah, exactly.
The players that are playing, the players that are on the field. Let's focus on that. Get 3 points. Push up the table.
What a positive is that Justin Deeni, going into tomorrow's game, he signed a new contract until 2027. That's been confirmed by the club. That is a real positive. The fact that he came into the first team against Fulham, and then afterwards he had that game against Villa where he scored in the cup as well. It seems like he's now a proper first team squad player. He's come off the bench a few times as well. signing him to a new deal till 2027, it shows one, aspiration in terms of the academy and having faith in academy players. So it gives a good sign to those below him in academy. And two, I don't know how long he had left on his deal, but it shows that the club clearly have faith in him. And that's why he's signed a new deal.
It's a big thing to show that you reward hard work. He wasn't one who was tipped to break into the first team. He did. He took his chance. Great goal, good performances. So he deserves that new contract. Yeah, 100%. And I'm happy with it. Great squad player. And eventually, if we do sign him, we could probably get 5 to 10 million for him from a championship club.
I was thinking about that as well, because the fact that he's now at Premier League club and hopefully gets a few more appearances in the Premier League, there should be a sell-on value there. And I guess it all depends on how good he does. But look, as you mentioned, you meant like 5 to 10 million, but that could go up depending on his performance in the Premier League. And maybe we might not want to sell him. But, you know, if players are not successful at Palace, then let's see the benefits of that in terms of selling them on for a decent amount of price. And with Deeni, he signed a new deal. So that's a positive. And if we did want to sell him on, hopefully we get a bit of money which we can reinvest back into not just the squad, just the academy as well. Because the academy, as much as we build the academy, it costs to run the academy as well yearly. And you know, it isn't cheap as well. So hopefully this is a positive step to the other players below him as well. But yeah, Deeni signed a new contract until 2027, which is a positive news. And then the last bit of transfer news, to be fair, before we move on to Oliver Glasner's press conference, is on Edouard. Is that MLS side? Atalanta United are showing an interest in Crystal Palace forward Edouard, and that's according to the Daily Mail. I'll be honest, right now, I don't care who shows, interest in Edouard. Like, we've got other problems to deal with, but if the deal helps us in terms of financially a bit more than the Leicester one, do you think we should reconsider it? Recalling him, sending him out on loan to the MLS? I wonder how Edouard feels about the whole situation as well, because he's not getting any game time at Leicester.
Sell him. That's my...
Sell him, but...
Yeah, sell him. Anything 10 million plus, sell him. You got the £4 million loan fee, that's done. So, yeah.
That's actually a good shout, because I was thinking about them showing interest in terms of a loan move. This might be a bit more of a permanent one.
Yeah, that would be a permanent. Because they bid for Sunderland striker. I think they bid like...
How much did they bid? Do you know?
I think 16, 17 million for him.
Okay, so they've got money. They got money.
Yeah, they got money.
But will you recall him or sell him?
I'll just sell him straight. Yeah.
Well, you have to recall him, yeah, of course.
Yeah, recall him. But it is... Obviously, Parrish knows what he's doing in terms of these intricate deals. But obviously, this team has a lump of money that they're looking to purchase a European striker for. So, yeah, listen, tell T or Patrick to pick him up and drive him there
from the airport and drop him off.
Yeah.
Get a bit of commission as well. But yeah, £10 million, I would 100% sell him, even though the figures are not there. But yeah, there is interest from an MLS side. But let's see what happens with that, because I don't think Palace really care right now about recalling him and bringing him into the side. Fulham just hit the crossbar against West Ham. I don't know the scores in other games as well, but it should be an interesting night. Out of these two, who do you want to win? Fulham, West Ham?
Fulham,
right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. I was thinking the same as well, because West Ham are right above us. We can go above West Ham tomorrow.
Yeah.
So with a positive result, so that would be good, because we've just been lurking behind them for a long time, and we just haven't been able to get back-to-back results. Let's move on to a few other news today that came out, and that's on Oliver Glasner's press conference before we wrap up. And that is that Glasner hopes to have França available again in March. There was a bit of a reaction on social media over the last few days, because
Palace fans online reacting? I never heard of that.
Apparently he was homesick. He's out injured again. I don't know where it came out from. I just saw it and I just scrolled off Twitter. Like, I just couldn't be bothered. But Glasner did confirm today that there is, this is according to Bobby Manzi, of course, that there is no setback or new injury for França. He had a bit of a reaction in his hip area, but he still expects him to come back around March time, which makes sense. He's been out for a very long time. I don't expect França to start games and contribute meaningful minutes for Palace within 1 month after look how long he's been out for. March sounds realistic. There is no new injury or another setback. Glazer has confirmed that, so we can stop panicking or homesickness. It's just a little bit of a reaction in hip area, but still, he's available. He should be available again in March. Positive, because I'll be honest, I was a bit worried as well. I was like, surely not another injury. At this point, it's getting a bit ridiculous. But it's going to take time, and I would rather be willing to wait for France in March than rushing back now and let him get re-injured. So I have faith. I have faith in the manager. Maybe that's the reason why I can be patient. But what do you make of this?
Yeah, listen, he's been out for like 9-10 months. He's not really in my mind. He can, let him recover. Don't really need him right now. Wharton's the one we need back.
Yeah. Some people are saying sell France for now. I don't know why. I don't know what's changed, unless you wanted to sell him from before, but I don't know what's really changed in terms of recovery. Like, he's never going to come back now. As Glazer did mention, there's no setback or new injury. It's just he's scheduled to return back in March. And that's, of course, a conversation with the doctor and the management. So I'm fine with that. But yeah, realistically, we won't see the best out of him until probably next season. But yeah, let's see what happens with that. And also on Adam Wharton, you mentioned before we wrap up, he's progressing. So Glazer did say this, which is positive. If everything goes as planned, he should be back in training towards the end of Jan. So hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, we should be able to see Adam Wharton. And we should be able to see Adam Wharton that we haven't seen so far this season because he hasn't been 100% fit. That would be a massive plus if we can get the Adam Wharton of last season. If
it coincides with Doucouré becoming 100% fit and Wharton coming in, we could. It comes in for the cup run as well because Doncaster is the first week of February. So we get through that. We got him for the 5th round and forward.
Do you expect Doucouré to start tomorrow?
I don't expect him, but I'd like it. I'd like him to start with Hughes, and then I'd like Lerma to probably come on last 30-40 for Doucouré.
He looked good against Chelsea, I thought. He looked good. I just wanted to build on that. I was surprised they didn't have any minutes. Did he come on against Stockport? No, he didn't.
No. I
was surprised about that because, hopefully we just saved him for the Leicester game. And hopefully he can build on what he had against Chelsea and try to make his way into the starting 11, because I do think going forward, if you can get a fit 100% Doucouré, that will help us
100%
in terms of both defensively and offensively as well, because he's a very good player. Was before the injury, so hopefully he can do that. But anything else you want to mention before we wrap up?
No, man. Let's win tomorrow, man. Let's get these 3 points tomorrow.
Exactly. Let's win tomorrow. If you haven't already done so, make sure to check out the match preview, which Lou and Patrick did yesterday. That is out now. And also tomorrow for the live match reaction, we'll be there at 10 p.m. Hopefully reacting to a win. And as I said at the start of the show, people, you can do it now as well. I will be at This Is London live event in central London. It's £10 entry fee. Lead judges from AFTV, Dan Potts from, of course, 12 Man Podcast. We got Dan Lawless from West Ham Fan TV. So a bunch of content creators, football content creators from different London clubs. It should be good. It should be fun. It's on Friday, the 24th of January. You can scan the QR code, and also the link will be in the description down below. So it'll be good to see as many of you there as possible. But that's it from us. If you have enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, up the Palace.